Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. Today is the last demo of part 3 of data analytics. Now, in this demo, we will be understanding what is Power BI, what is data warehousing, what is MSBI. All of them we're going to be discussing today. If you don't have time now, you can just leave because many people have attended a lot of other classes, right? And if you wanted to continue, be with me for another 30-40 minutes. We'll complete the demo today. And tomorrow is Dashera. We don't have the class tomorrow. We don't have any demos tomorrow. Our office is also closed tomorrow. So after this demo today, by 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, you will be able to get the payment details. Okay, you will be able to make the payments till 6 o'clock in the evening, and you can make the payments. And tomorrow, even though you make the payment, nobody will be there in the office, so they will not be able to communicate over phone. But I'll ask some people to respond in tomorrow also, because it is a holiday. I cannot guarantee that they will respond or not, but I will try to ask them to respond. Okay, tomorrow is a festival, right? Everybody will be busy, but you can make the payments today by 6 o'clock in the evening, and you will be able to get the new meeting ID for the day after tomorrow's class. Yeah, am I clear? So after making the payment, you will be able to get the meeting link probably late night tomorrow, or today or tomorrow night, late night, you will be able to get the meeting link. If not, if you're not able to get by tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening, even though you made the payment, you did not get the meeting link, means you can call these numbers, or you can also write a mail to me, bhaskarjogi@gmail.com, or go online, dot Bhaskar, gmail.com, saying that, sir, I have made the payment, but no meeting link for the, the Thursday's class. Okay, Thursday, we will have the software installation for Power BI and SQL Server will be done. You make sure that you have installed Windows 11 or Windows 10. If you have it, you go to the hardware shop to, tomorrow or today, you upgrade your computer to 11, and you will be able to perform, those operations, because we need the sufficient Windows operating system to continue further. Okay. Now, what is very, very important here? So this is the final demo, guys. Clear? So if you're not able to continue the demo, whatever be the reason now, you can get this video. So you need to, send the details in this form. I think you would have sent it already. If you would have done it, that is fine. If not, you need to, send the details once again. In this, you will be able to get, what is the course name, what is your email ID, very basic information you need to fill. When you fill it, you will be able to get the proper, discounts and everything in the fee. Clear? So if you don't get the fee details and everything, you have these numbers, you can call them, or you can also mail me saying that I did not get any fees, details, sir. So I will be able to, communicate this to my team, guys. Chalo. So now, as we knew that we were able to get the data from the many companies, we also discussed that the data, when you have a less amount of data, we are going to be storing the data in Excel sheet. When you have a large amount of data, you, store the data in SQL or DBMS. When you have even more data, terabytes of data, you store the data in the data warehousing systems. Plus, we are going to be using BI systems over there. When you have petabytes of data, unlimited data, the companies are going to be storing the data in the Hadoop system. Clear? So this is where the companies are storing the data in the IT industry. You may have data in Excel, or sometimes you may have the data in the notepads. Notepads are called as flat files. Clear? I can open one notepad like this. I can store the company's data or some employee data, employee ID, employee name, employee salary. I can store the data like this: employee ID number 1, Ram salary is 10,000. 2, I have Sita 20,000. I have 3, let us say Salman, the salary is 30,000. Like that, I will be able to store the data in the notepads. Notepads are called as a flat files, or it is also called as a text files. Okay, or you can say this is a CSV file. What do you mean by CSV file? It is called as comma separated values. Comma separated values. This file is called as a CSV file, or it is also called as a notepad, or is also called as a flat file. or the data may be coming from this one. Clear? So that is what is the point. So now we know that these are the solutions are available in the IT industry. But when you take a company called Amazon.com, when you take a company called Amazon.com, you wanted to get their data and perform a lot of data analytics or data science applications on their data. So we are not going to be learning what is a data science, but if you wanted to tomorrow perform data analytics or business intelligence or data science, and they say this is my data, that is what Amazon company will say. Now tell me, what are the challenges in the data they have? Because no company will have all the data in the single place. That is a big challenge. The first challenge about Amazon, Amazon is doing a business in all over the world. They say that we have data in India, we have data in US, we have data in UK, we have data in Europe, right? We have data in Japan, we have data in here, there. So they have the data not only in one place, the company has the data in multiple places. I'm talking about a company called Amazon company. Amazon company is not a small company, it is an international company, and they're doing the business all over the world. It is not guaranteed that. It is not guaranteed that you will have the data in a single place or a single location. So when you go to Amazon company, they say that, hey Bhaskar, I don't have the data in a single place, but I have the data all over the world. I have some servers in India, I have some servers in Dubai, I have some servers in New Zealand, I have some servers in, let us say, Japan, I have some servers in Thailand, New Zealand, London, Britain. So many places they say. So the first issue is that they don't have the data in a single place. That is the first concern that you will be able to understand. The second concern, they will be telling you, we don't have the data in a single platform in India. When you open Amazon.in, when you go to this one, and if you wanted to buy some product, clear? So what you do, you can click on Amazon.in and you will be able to do. Do you know what is this site, how it is prepared? Do you know about this site? This may be Java application, right? This may be a .NET application, or this may be Angular JS application. Do you know about this? Or you are using a mobile phone. If it is Apple iPhone, you are able to see iOS application. If it is Android phone, you will be able to see Android Amazon application you wanted to download. So it is not guaranteed that all the applications are the same. Amazon.India may be Java application, Amazon.com may be .NET application. So end of the day, you are going to be dealing with the data, but the data is coming from different applications. That is what you need to understand. In India, it may be Java. Whatever the website you are seeing, that may be Java application. In US, it may be a .NET application. In UK, that may be a SAP application. In Japan, the data they're storing in maybe Excel sheet, or maybe the data is coming from notepads, or some of the data is coming from Android applications. So it is not guaranteed that Amazon is going to be using only one application. Clear? You can also place a lot of orders in Java, .NET, SAP, Excel, Notepad, Android, this one, that one. All these applications belong to Amazon. Yeah. So the next challenge, company may not have all the data in a single application. That is what is the point. The next point, you can also guarantee that, you cannot also guarantee that they will have same sizes. So India, the business is more, you may be getting the data in the large size. You may have a large size data, you may have medium size data, you may have a small size data. For example, a small countries like, Saudi, or Sri Lanka, or Cuba, where the sales is not so good, you may be able to get small amount of data. But in India and America and Europe, where you will be able to get the petabytes of data, zettabyte of data, when you have more and more data, more hardware, more servers, more configuration, more networking, lot of things will change when you have the large amount of data. Clear? So how do you get the large amount of data? How do you concentrate on small amount of data? So this is also one more challenge. If you wanted to perform any data analytics, the first question is that where is their data? What is the environments in which the data is available? What is the size of the data? And you have to know what is the accuracy of the data. Now, accuracy will be very, very cleaned data, high level accuracy or medium level accuracy or low level accuracy. Why? Accuracy is very, very important because accuracy means ready to use data or cleaned data or very, very neat data. If you don't have the proper accuracy, what will happen? For example, you go to the supermarket and you want to buy some vegetables or a chicken. If the vegetables are not so cleaned, what will you do? If the vegetables are not so cleaned, what will you do? You have to bring the vegetables and you have to go to the different shops, buy the different vegetables, and you have to come home, clean the vegetables. You have to clean it. If the accuracy is not so good, what will you do? You are going to be cleaning the data. If you don't clean the vegetables, what will happen? If you don't clean the chicken or fish, what will happen? So definitely when you prepare a food dish, and it will be very, very faulty dish, and people will say it is completely useless. Clear? Because whatever goes in is wrong comes out will be wrong. If you think negatively, you behave negatively. If you think positively, you behave positively. But if you put wrong data into the business intelligence or data analytics, can you get a wrong right output or wrong output? Whatever goes in is wrong, comes out will be wrong. If you supply wrong data to the Power BI, you will be able to get the wrong reports from the Power BI, because Power BI cannot make the changes to the data. So you have to, as a human being, software cannot do anything. As a human being, you have to know whether the data itself is a correct data or not. You need to identify. If not, you need to clean the data and store the data. You may have a lot of duplicated data, you have to remove it. Lot of blank data, you have to remove it. Lot of misspelled data, that you have to remove it. So accuracy means you may have a lot of duplicated data, lot of wrong data, lot of misspelled data, lot of the duplicated data. If you have in the company, that has to be removed, and you need to get the cleaned data, high accuracy data, because if you wanted to prepare the food, you cannot take bad potato, bad tomato, and you cannot prepare the food with that, right? You have to clean. So cleaning will take a lot of time. So accuracy of the data is also very, very important. But before taking the data of any business, you have to ensure that all the data given by the customer is a cleaned data. Sometimes customer also does not know whether the data is cleaned or not. Am I clear? So, as a business intelligence developer, you have to tell them that this data cannot be used for the data analytics purpose, because it has a lot of dummy values, duplicate values, not able to understand their data. We cannot take such data and prepare lot of data analytics or data science. Clear? So data has to be cleaned data. If it is not having proper accuracy, we have to clean more and more and more, and we have to maintain the cleaned data and store the data. Like that, you have to understand lot of data challenges. The company will give you data. It is not guaranteed that that is a cleaned data. The company will give you data coming from different locations. They'll say, hey Bhaskar, I have some data in Hyderabad, go and get it. Hey, I have some data in SAP, go and get it. SAP is in Singapore or in New Zealand. So they will not be giving all the data in a silver platter. That is what is my point. Clear? So you cannot go to a company, hey Amazon, you give me the data. I wanted to perform data analytics. Means the companies will not have all the data. They will not give you all the data in a single plate or single environment. A lot of challenges you have to understand. So what are we going to be doing? If the company is having a lot of sources, lot of places where the data is available, as a data uh, analyst or a Power BI developer or a BI developer, you need to go to each and every place and extract the data. So the company is saying they have some data in India, that may be SAP data or maybe the data there in Java application. but we do not know that whether it is a Java or not. Okay, some of the data in US that may be .NET data. Some of the data may be there in, let us say, Japan. So where the company is storing the data in complete data coming from Android machines only, and some of the data is there in Dubai coming from Excel sheets, right? So all this data belong to which company? I am talking about a single company data. The company is called which company? Amazon company I am talking about. Clear? The company is called Amazon company. So all the company's data stored in different servers. Now what should I do? I have to get the data from here, get the data from here, get the data from here. I have to get the data from here, and to get the data, which application we are going to be using? We are going to use an application called a ETL application, extracting the data, transforming the data. This application is called as SSIS. Clear? So there is application called SSIS, SQL Server, or integration services, which is ETL application, extract the data, transform the data, and load the data. ETL means this: extracting the data from Java, .NET, Android, Excel. SSIS can go to any application and extract the data. Transform means change the data or modify the data. That is the meaning of transformation. అర్థమవుతుందా? ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ అంటే మాడిఫై చేసుకోవటం, చేంజ్ చేయటం. సో ఎక్స్ట్రాక్టింగ్ ద డేటా, మాడిఫై ద డేటా, చేంజ్ ద డేటా యాజ్ పర్ యువర్ కన్వీనియన్స్. Convenience, you will be able to transform the data and you load the data. So load where should I load the data? I wanted to load the data into one more bigger server. This server is called as a staging server. Okay, we are going to be loading all the data into one more server. This is what is called a staging server. Staging means a temporary server, which is not a permanent. But how this server is going to be prepared with the help of SQL or RDBMS. You may have Oracle or a SQL server. So any one server, big server, will be prepared, and where all the data is going to be loaded coming from Java, .NET, Android, Excel. So what are we getting? We are going to be getting the data here, and all the data will be loaded and the data will be cleansed. Cleansing is going to be happening. So what is the purpose of a staging server means? Staging server is also one more RDBMS server, Oracle server, SQL server, DB2 server, any one RDBMS server, where all the data you're going to be dumping here, and all the data will come here, coming from different application. You're going to be cleaning the data. What all the things you do? You remove the duplicates. You remove duplicated data, correct misspelled values. Okay, you may have a lot of misspelled values that you need to correct, or sometimes you need to convert the data. Sometimes you have to split the data. Sometimes you have to remove the data completely. So this data is not at all useful. So whatever you wanted to do, you do it here. All these are called as data cleansing activity. So you go to the shop number 1. You think this is a shop number 1. You go to shop number 1, buy some tomato. You go to the shop number 2, buy some potato. You go to the shop number 3, buy some chicken. You go to the shop number 4, buy some milk. After that, what you do? You put all of them in your bag, your carry bag, right? So what is a carry bag? It is a temporary place. So all the vegetables and everything you are buying from different shops, what will you do? You are putting into a simple bag and you come to home. So after that, what you do? You open the bag, you open the server, you clean the vegetables, right? You take the tomato, you wash the tomato, you take that potato, half potato is spoiled, you have to cut it and throw it out. Sometimes leaves and everything, you clean it with the salty water. So what you do? You do that data cleansing. That is what is called vegetables cleansing. Clear? It is not guaranteed that all the vegetables may not be available in a single shop. You go to different shops and get the vegetables. Clear? So you have to clean it. After cleaning it, what you do? You have to take the cleaned vegetables. You need to take the cleaned vegetables. So again, what normally we use from this server, you have to take all the cleaned data. You have to take all the cleaned data. Again, SSIS I'm going to be using and taking all the data from the staging server. I am going to be loading all the data, all the vegetables. Where will you keep all the cleaned vegetables? You're going to be putting into a refrigerator, right? A fridge. You get the vegetables, you clean them by opening the staging, the bag and everything. And after that, what you do, you go to the refrigerator. Refrigerator means a fridge. So where all the vegetables are going to come. Now you tell me, today's vegetables also here, yesterday's vegetables also here. So this is what is called a data warehouse for us. Okay, data warehouse will be storing the data. Data warehouse is also one more SQL, one more RDBMS only, but you have a large amount of hardware. This is what is called data warehouse. This is what is called your refrigerator. You can think like that. Okay. So all the data, cleaned data and historical data is going to be going there. Now all the data of the company will be available in the here. So what are we going to be doing? We are simply storing large amount of data. So every time what you do, every time you go to the shop, get the vegetables, clean the vegetables, you put them in data warehouse. You may consume them later, or if you don't consume them, it will be there forever. So data warehouse means go down. So data you're parking. So what data you're going to be parking? Every day data, every month data you're going to be parking. You think you are going to be buying a product. Now I wanted to buy a mobile phone. What I do? I go to Amazon app. I wanted to buy a mobile phone today, or I wanted to buy some AC. So what is that I wanted to do? I buy some today's deals. I'll go. I wanted to buy some product. I would like to buy this product. Click on this. So I wanted to take this product, and so let us say this is the product I'm going to buy. So when I'm making the payment here, go to add cart or buy now. What will happen? I'm going to be giving my phone number and everything. I got registered with this Amazon platform. I'm making the payment. A lot of data I'm giving. The data is going to be stored in the server. Which server? So this site may be prepared using Java or .NET. The data is going to go. So whenever I buy a product in this server, the data one row is going to be going and loaded into the Java application. Clear? So data is storing there. Now tell me, how many people are going to be buying and buying? People are buying and buying. One day, these things are full. Remember, one day, now today it is empty. Sorry. So today this is empty. Sorry. What is happening here? Today, all these servers are empty because when you buy one day or after 1 month, after 30 days or after 1 year, these servers are full. This server will be full. This server is full. This is full. This is full. You will be able to get more and more data. Every 1 month, you are getting all the servers full, or every 3 months, or every quarter, every 1 year, or every 3 years, these servers are full. What should I do? Take all the data, clean the data here, and all the data will be dumped into a data warehouse. This is a big drum. That is what you need to understand. All the data will go, and it will be having very, very bigger hardware size. You are going to be putting the data. Again, these servers are empty. Clear? These servers are empty. Again, people are buying and buying. Again, these servers are again full. This is full. This is full after 1 year, after 6 months. These are full. What you take? You take all the data, you're going to be cleaning here. Then afterwards, you take the data, you're going to be dumping into where? In this, and the second layer data also will come. Again, what you do, you go and you will be able to simply remove the data from the servers. That is what is going to be happening. So Amazon company is not going to be keeping all the data in the source systems. These are called OLTP machines or OLTP computers. These are called source computers, and this is what is called OLAP computer. There are two things that you need to understand. One is called OLTP applications. One more is called OLAP applications. Okay, OLAP means data warehousing. So you will be able to understand very, very clearly. OLTP means ఆన్లైన్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ అప్లికేషన్స్. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఆన్లైన్ ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ అంటే తెలుగులో లావాదేవీ. ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ మీన్స్ వాట్? లావాదేవీ in Telugu. So what is the meaning of a transaction? You buy, that is a transaction. You cancel, that is a transaction. You inquire, that is a transaction. You cancel the room, you book the room, you travel something, you transfer the funds to your father account. Everything is a transaction. Clear? So OLTP means wherever you have a fresh data, remember that. Wherever there is a fresh data, that server is called as a OLTP server. For example, I am buying a mobile phone today. The fresh data is going to go here and going to be written. Clear? So wherever you are storing the data, that transaction, that server is called as a OLTP server. Now you tell me, you are going to be transferring funds from your account to my account because you have to make the amount. So you will get some data added to your bank account. I will also get some funds added to my account. Lot of data entry is going to be happening to your server, my server. Am I clear? So your banking server is a OLTP server. My bank server is also OLTP server. Why? Fresh transactions. Am I clear? So but now tell me, after some time this server will be full. After some time people are going to the bank and making the transactions. One day this server also will have a limit, right? This server is full. What will you do? If this is full, you take the data, clean the data, you put the data here. Now this will be empty. So OLTP servers are very, very limited size. A small amount of data you can store. You can have a small amount of data. Most of the time you will be having reading and writing data, but 80% of the time you are going to be writing the data. Now tell me, in Amazon.com, people will only read the products. They don't buy. They will be buying. Then only you will get the business, right? So most of the time you are busy in the writing the data. Only 20% of the time you are reading the data. You go to the bank. Maximum time what you do? Maximum time you do the cash deposits, cash withdrawals, cash transfer funds. Once in a while you see what is my balance. That is reading. What is my balance? You will check. But most of the time the servers are busy in writing. Clear? OLTP servers are small size data. It will be able to have the data, let us say some 500 GB of data. So you may have 700 GB or maximum 1 terabyte of hard disks they will be having. So in this you will have very limited hardware, very, very small servers. These are, once these servers are full, all the data will go to where? All the data will go to OLAP. OLAP nothing but data warehouse. You don't have a fresh data. So after 1 month, after 3 months, it will become historical data. It is not a fresh data anymore. Clear? Historical data. Every month you are getting 500 GB data, and into every month you are loading 500 GB into 12 months, it will become 6,000 GB of data. It is equivalent to 6 terabytes of data. Clear? So now you need to understand here, it is not a small data. which is going to be large data. So this data is read-only data. Can you modify your old data? So, for example, I made some transaction today. I got some product. The transaction is over. After 1 month, after 1 year, this data will be here. All the data is historical data. If you move the data after 1 month here, all the historical data will be available in the OLAP or data warehouse. OLAP means what? OLAP means online analytical processing. You wanted to analyze the historical data. The purpose of OLAP to analyze the data, the purpose of OLTP to run the business. Clear? So why OLTP is there? Why the server is there? Daily transaction data I have to get it. But why are we maintaining all the historical data of the company? Why are we not deleting the data permanently? Because tomorrow I wanted to analyze how past 5 years my company is doing. So that data will be available in the OLAP or data warehouse. Current month data or current year data will be available in OLTP. I will give you one simple example. You will understand better. You don't have a water supply to your home. What you do? Early morning 6 o'clock, the water comes to your street. So there is a pipeline or there is a tanker comes to your road morning 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. The water is going to be supplied by the government of India. You don't have any water. Lot of problems in your apartment, in your flat. You don't have. So what you do? Morning 6 o'clock, you get up, your father, mother, sister, everybody will get up. You need to collect the water. How do you collect the water? From the street. You take a bucket and go. So you assume this is your bucket. This bucket is a steel bucket. This is a silver bucket. This is a plastic bucket. This is one more bucket. We should not be worried whether it is a Java, .NET, Android, Excel. End of the day, we are storing the water data. Clear? You may take silver bucket, plastic bucket. You go and within 2 or 3 minutes, this bucket is full. This bucket is full. This bucket is full because bucket size is the 30-40 liters. Then what will you have? You will have a drum or the bigger tank. So all the data from here you are going to be getting and putting it here. So what is this? This is what is called your drum or your tank. Again, these are empty. So these are empty. You understand where is the fresh water coming? Fresh water coming to the OLTP. OLTP means your buckets. So where you are gathering the fresh water, fresh data, those are called OLTP. OLTP means small in size. Bucket size is 30 liter. And fresh data will be collected. Fresh water will be collected once this bucket is full. For example, again you go, this bucket is full, you will be able to go and get the second time water, and slowly this drum is going to be, filling. That is what you do, right? You understand what is a OLTP? OLTP means a bucket where you have a fresh data, fresh water, small size bucket. What is the size of the bucket? 30-40 liters you can have. Much more time we are collecting the water, right? And what is your tank or the drum? Historical data, large amount of data, read-only data. So this is there. So a lot of points I'm going to be writing. You don't understand now. Normalized data. These buckets are called as, this water is called as, normalized data. You don't understand this point. You will be able to understand later. I will discuss this point. More normalized data, more denormalized data, more, you have less indexes. What is the index? You don't understand now, but these are important interview questions I'm just covering. So later we'll discuss all these points. We will be able to have more indexes. Who's going to be connecting to OLTP? All end user. End user means you and me are the end users. We are connecting to Amazon. We are buying the product. But who are connected to OLAP? Business user. What do you mean by business user? You are working as a manager in the Amazon company. You are going to be looking at this data. Clear? So OLAP data, data warehousing data It is not for the end user to use it. End user means Amazon end user me. I am not working in Amazon company. But if I work in the Amazon company, I am called as business user. But I am not working for a company. I am an end user. I only go to Amazon company and buy the products. I am the end user. I am not the business user. Clear? So this is what you need to understand always. Now, one day, my friend told me, Arey Bhaskar, why are you taking the data manually and putting it here? Why are you taking the data from here and putting it here? So this is not the way. My friend told me, you buy one motor pump. So, you know motor pumps, right? So, if you wanted to buy a motor pump, you can buy a motor pump. What is a motor pump? You know. So, I wanted to buy one motor pump. I'll order one motor pump. So, these are the different motor pumps you have. So, it is one motor pump. It is one motor pump. You connect it to your source and you give the connection. You take the tank here. All the water will go from here to here. So, this is what is called ETL. Remember this. Okay. This is what is called your bucket where the water is available. This is what is called your drum or the tank. Clear? So ETLs are nothing but motor pumps, or you can say data importing exporting machines or applications. So SSIS is a software which is going to be acting as a motor pump. It is going to be pumping the water from one place to another. Or ETL are nothing but SSIS is nothing but an application. What it is doing? It is going to be pumping the data from the bucket. Bucket means from OLTP machines. All the data will be pumped to where? Tank. Clear? So that is what you need to understand. You may be getting a different motor pump. You may be getting SSIS from Microsoft. Right? You may be getting a lot of companies are manufacturing SSIS, Informatica. Right? You have Talent. So a lot of brands are available, motor brands like that. ETLs also lot of brands are available. Nanna ardhamautunda leda. So these are Kaitan, Lakshmi Pump. You have Ramdev Enterprise, Kirloskar. Diaphragm. Lot of things are available. Different companies are manufacturing that. Like that, you will be able to get a different motor pump. So we are using SSIS here. So, lot of motor Informatica is one more company's ETL tool, or you can have Talent. It is one more company's ETL tool. ETL stands for completely a motor the data. You have also got one ETL pump in your body. Can you tell me where the blood will be pumped? Your heart. Your heart is a ETL pumping the blood from one place to another place. So what is SSIS? It is a pumping machine, data importing exporting machine. You also got a pumping machine in your body. What is the pumping machine, Nana? Your heart is a ETL, SSIS. You have also cleaning area. Can you tell me where the cleaning is going to be happening in your body? Kidney. Kidney is a staging. Your kidney is a staging area. You eat the food, that will be created, and the filtered, all the unnecessary dead things will be filtered in the staging area. Staging area means kidney. The remaining blood will be circulated to complete brain. Clear? You have a kidney, that is staging area. You have a motor pump, that is what is called your heart in your body. Clear? So that is what you need to understand. So OLTP means the fresh water buckets where they get the fresh data, but only problem with the bucket is small in size. It will be full within 3 months or 1 year. So you need to take the data or water from the bucket. You are going to be dumping. So what is the staging? Staging means one day the water is not so clean. What will you do? You are going to be buying one more tank or the drum. All the water will go. All the water will go here. You will clean the water. Cleaned water from this tank to this tank. You are going to be putting one more motor and one more motor. So this motor gets the data putting into this drum. this tank where the cleaning you're going to be doing, and after that again putting one more, pump. This pump is going to putting the water into the drum or the tank like that. So always you think what is ETL means? It is a data importing exporting software. What is the ETL? Data importing exporting the software. You extract the data, you clean the data, you store the data into the where? Into the OLAP or in the data warehousing. So if you get all the data, so after that what you do? You are going to be processing the data. Clear? So if you get the vegetable and clean the vegetable and store the vegetable in your refrigerator, will you be able to get the food? You have to process the food, cut the food, prepare, cooking, gicking, everything, marination, adding spices. That is what is called processing. You will be able to get the food, right? So you are storing the data. If you store the data, that is not sufficient. You need to process the food, process the data. What do you mean by process the data? For example, I have a lot of sales data. I have 10, I have 20, like that. I have millions of numbers are available here. So I wanted to do processing. The simple example is I wanted to know what is the sum. So this is what is called processing. Processing is going to be done with the help of a SSAS. Clear? So 10 plus 20, 30, 30 plus 12, 42. The sum is what is called, you can say, it is aggregation, a simple sum. But you understand, you have only three numbers. You think that 3 billion numbers. So how much of time you take to process the data? So processing is not a simple operation. You never think. Cooking for 3 people is easy, but cooking for 3,000 people is difficult. Cooking for 3 billion people is difficult. So processing is definitely a bigger activity. Why? Because we are going to be getting every month GBs of data. The GBs of data will be becoming terabytes of data. So your data warehouse says every month 500 GB into 1 year, it will become 6 terabytes of data. 10 years, it will become 60 terabytes of data within 10 years. Now tell me, this is a billions of numbers are available. I wanted to know simple sum operation. You tell me, it will be very, very complicated processing. The processing is going to be done by one more application called SSAS. One guy is storing the data, one guy is processing the data. Clear? You have a storeroom in the hotel. So storeroom where the items are available, but you have a big kitchen where you will get the vegetables and chicken and everything. The process the food in the kitchen. The kitchen is called SSAS. Clear? You get the data from where? Data from the bigger godowns, bigger storerooms. Clear? This is the data you will be getting into the kitchen where you do the process. So once the food is prepared, you have to serve the food, right? How do you serve the food? Get a plate and neatly garnish it. How do you garnish it? You have to get the prepared food from the kitchen. You have to show the data in the proper way. This is your plate. Clear? You do the neatly garnish everything you add. This is where you are going to be creating a reports. Report means you show the data, display the data with the proper manner. So this is what is called reporting is going to come. This is where we can as SSRS or Excel is also good reporting tool or Power BI. So Power BI, it will make the processed food into the garnished food and you can give whatever you need. I need this with the proper garnish, proper makeup of the data. And Power BI where you create proper visualizations and they wanted to ask you, tell me last 5 years of sales. I want to have last 3 years of top brands in India. So all the reports will be asked by the business user. I'm not the end user. People who are managers, they are going to be seeking the reports and these people will analyze these reports, SSRS or Excel or Power BI reports. But to create a report, this is the big circus you have to do. Clear? Get the data, extract the data, clean the data, store the data, then do the data modeling, then create the processing, then prepare the food and serve in the a nice plate so that people can eat the food, people can take the report. So reporting is end product. So at the end of the day, you are going to be giving a report in the plate. Clear? But before that, what is the big circus? You go to the shop, get the vegetables, clean the vegetables, put the vegetables in the store. Then you have to go to the kitchen, get the vegetables to the chicken. You chop them, clean them, marinate them, put them, soak them, and you have to prepare them. Then you need to look for the quantity. Quantity means tasting. Tasting also you will be doing testing, right? Everything is properly there or not. Then you serve the food in the bowl so that the end user can eat the food. So, however we are doing, so you are also doing the same circus in the IT industry. As a BI developer, the complete circus you have to do it. Get the data, store the data in the staging. Staging is one more SQL server or Oracle server. You clean the data, you put the cleaned data into data warehousing, you process the data with the help of SSAS. SSAS is a big kitchen where the processing is going to be done. After that, you're going to be creating thousands of reports, thousands of plates where the food will be organized. Then this will get supplied to the different people, right? So these people are not end users. These people are called business users. Clear? Managers, CEO of the company will be analyzing your data, not the you. You are not there. Can you analyze the data as a BA developer? That is not your role. Your role is to create the report. Your role is to prepare the food, not to eat the food. Clear? So that is what you are going to understand. These reports will be consumed or taken by the company's management. So your customer is the management of the company. So those people will ask you, hey Bhaskar, I need this report. Hey Bhaskar, I need that report. All the managers are going to be your customers of Amazon. Clear? So you have to talk to them. You have to ask them what kind of a reports they wanted to have. Based on that, you need to collect the data, clean the data, store the data, create a data warehouse, process the data, create a report, give the report to the business user. Clear? So that is what is the role that we are going to be dealing. Am I clear? So this is what is called a BI analyst or data analytics means. Clear? So data analytics means not only working on the Power BI, we are going to be working on SSIS. This will be 25 days time we are going to be taking. Clear? So 25 days SSIS you are going to learn. Data warehousing 7-day module and SSAS 3-day module and Power BI 45 days module. And along with that, you have to know on top of this, what is backbone? Backbone is for SQL. So that is also you have to know. So we are going to be learning SQL plus Power BI first. Later we are going to be learning SSIS, that is ETL, and SSAS. Everything we'll be learning, and we are going to be creating a lot of reports, and this is how you need to understand. Clear? So I'll give you one more example. I'll stop the class. So you go to the hospital. You say that you are having a fever. You meet a doctor. Then doctor will say, hey Bhaskar, you go and get this lab done. So they is going to be writing a lab test. So where will you go? You are going to go to laboratory, diagnostic center, and you show this the receipt or the letter given by a doctor. And the laboratory, there is a technician. So he will be collecting the body temperature, blood, everything. So you are providing the data to the technician. He will be collecting the blood, storing the blood, processing the blood, and he is going to be creating a report. Clear? So report creation will take time or immediately? It will take 4 hours, 5 hours, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, everything. He will be collecting the blood, storing the blood, processing the blood. After 1 day, he will give you a report. That report, you will be showing it to whom? To the doctor. So doctor is a business user or a is called as a decision maker. Now, a lab technician job is your job. What is that we do? We get the data, we clean the data, we store the data, you create a report, but you never tell the patient you have a cancer, you have a typhoid fever, you have a kidney problem. Will you tell? No, it is not your duty to analyze the report. Your duty is to create a report. Clear? So doctor is the decision maker whether the patient has any problem in his body or not. Clear? The solution will be given by the doctor, but a doctor needs a report. Clear? You are there to create a report. You are there not to analyze the report. I am telling you, you are a technical guy. Clear? We are going to be performing as a data engineer. Data engineer means what? Get the data, clean the data, store the data, process the data. That is what is called a data engineering work. So then if you create a report, you are also called as a report developer. So there are two things you need to understand here. One is called data engineering. Get the data from the source, and ETL transformation, you clean the data, then again ETL, then you store the data, then you process the data. All these are called data engineering. Okay, data engineering means what, Nana? You get the data, clean the data, store the data. So plus after data is processed, then you create a report. So this is what is called reporting. So data engineering plus reporting is what is called as a business intelligence. Clear? So data engineering, where what you do? You do the lot of unwanted stuff. Creating a report is very, very easy. What is difficult? Data engineering part only difficult. Now you tell me, you wanted to prepare some food. What you do? You go in the morning to the shop, bring the vegetables, you clean the vegetables, soak the vegetables, clean them, cut them, chop them. Then you need to marinate them. So lot of circus you do. 11 o'clock you do. Morning 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock you took 5 hours of time. Everything is ready. 11 o'clock the main cook is going to come. Chef is going to come. Within 1 hour the food will be cooked. So 11 to 12 o'clock food is prepared, and 1 o'clock you can have lunch. Now you tell me, which is the more consuming process? So going to the shop, buying the vegetables, cleaning the vegetables, cutting the vegetables, putting everything, marination, chopping, keeping. This is what is called as a data engineering. Food engineering is that. Clear? What kind of a vegetables you have to get? And cleaned vegetables you have to get, chop them, clean them, put them, marinate them, add spices, and after that what you do, you are going to be cooking and serving. So cooking and serving will not take time. Data engineering, food engineering means getting the raw vegetables and till cook whatever you do, that will be called as data engineering. That will take lot of time. Clear? So when you join the company, most of the time you are going to be working for the data engineering. Only 20% of the time you create a report. Clear? So how much time you cook? If everything is ready, anybody cook in one hour, right? But what is the difficult part? Go to the shop, get the vegetables, clean them, chop them. That what is the big task? So that is where data engineering is going to be there. So data engineering means it's a difficult task. In the data engineering, where you are going to be working with SQL, you are going to be working with the ETL, you are going to be working with the data warehousing, and you're going to be working with SSAS and data modeling, lot of things here. And reporting, where you use the Power BI, SSRS or Excel Power BI, reporting is very, very easy. So many people think that if I learn only Power BI, I can get a job. You are ready only 20% for the IT industry. Because IT industry will create a reports. Now tell me, serving, how much time do you need to serve the food? It does not take much more time, right? Garnish and everything may not take. So reporting may not take much more time. 80% of the time you have to know data engineering. Data engineering plus reporting is called as a data analytics or a business intelligence. Clear? Get the data, clean the data, store the data, and process the data and create a reports. Am I clear? So that is what we are going to be doing. So this is what you're going to be learning in next 3 months with me. Am I clear? We are going to be focusing on data engineering. We have to know what is OLTP, what is OLAP. This is a compulsory interview question. So you will be able to understand these 2 points later, these two, indexes and denormalization later, but compulsorily people will be asking, what is a OLTP? Online transaction processing means wherever you are dealing with the fresh data. I go to bank, now I pay the EMI amount for my house loan. It is a fresh transaction. So banking application is called as a OLTP application. It may be Java, .NET, forget about it. If you're giving the fresh data, that application is OLTP. People may ask you, have you seen any OLTP applications? Whatever we are using, OLTP, OLTP, OLTP. We never deal with the data warehousing. These are going to be used by the business users, management of the company. Clear? So tomorrow is holiday being a Dasara, and we will understand more and more in detail. So this is what is the BA demo. So business intelligence means, so it is a combination of all these things. Am I clear? It is not only Power BA. Power BA only to create a report. SSIS and SSAS. Instead of SSRS, we are going to be learning Power BA. So the backbone for BA is SQL. Clear? So you need to have, you are learning MS BA plus Power BA, everything. That is the reason why people are able to get a lot of jobs here. Chalo. Any questions you have? So let me stop this. Thank you guys for attending the last demo of the BA. So tomorrow is the holiday. Day after tomorrow, we are going to be dealing with how to install SQL Server software, Power BI software. Nachinda, bonda. Are you able to understand this, guys? Did you like this class? So that is what is the session you need to understand. Data engineering means now you will become a data engineer. You will also called as a data analyst. You will also called as a software engineer. You're also called as a software engineer, a data analyst, BI developer, BI report developer. Lot of designations will be given, but designation is not important. What is important? Work is important, skill is important, right? Anybody can learn anything, but only thing is that if you have a proper gurus, right? You have to look for gurus always. If you have the guru in your hand, getting a job is very easy. So if you don't have a proper guru, then it will be impossible. So YouTube cannot help you, right? Videos cannot help you if you don't have a proper gurus, right? If you get a Rajamouli in your hand, then you should not be worried about whether this movie is hit or flop. So only the point is that can I reach the proper gurus? Then if the gurus are there, so anybody, the zeros also will become heroes, right? So that is what is the secret. Many people will say, I have very intelligent son, very intelligent daughter, but they're working for 20,000. Now you guess what is the problem with the son and daughter? It is not the intelligence alone is needed. It is also needed to give the proper gurus. Those guys are missing. Because of that, the intelligent daughter, intelligent guy is working for 20,000 rupees. What is missing? They're missing proper gurus, proper mentors in their life. Clear? It is not intelligence alone. So many people are there who can dance more than Chiranjeevi, who can dance more than Rajnikant, who can act more than Rajnikant. But what is the difference between Rajnikant and Chiranjeevi? Only they have the good mentors. That's it. So if you have a good mentor behind your scenes, everybody can become a Rajnikant in this world. Clear? It is not the qualification. It is not the, the place from where you're coming. So you need to look for proper director called Balachandar, Raghavendra Rao. So that is what is needed. Many people think my son can dance very well. If you dance very well, nobody knows and nobody sees. If you attach to the a director or if you attach to the guru, so the guru will take you to the next level. So you need a proper mentors. Many people think that if I have a intelligence that is sufficient, that is completely useless thought. Clear? So many people are intelligent in this world. Few guys are working for 20,000 rupees. Few guys are earning crores of rupees. Only intelligence will not support. Only institution will not support. I had seen many people, IIT people are working for less salaries like normal BTech guys. Clear? It is not IIT, IIM alone is sufficient. It is intelligence plus your mentoring. That is where the success comes. Clear? Chalo guys, so let us meet day after tomorrow. So how to install the software? You get the laptops ready and this video also will be given and you make sure that you have, uploaded your data in this form so that you will be able to get the discounted fee. Fee details will be sent today by 12 o'clock by these teams. If you don't get any information, you can call them. And if you don't get any information, you can also mail me saying that I did not get the payment details. So this meeting ID is not going to work. On day after tomorrow, you will get a meeting ID. So people who making the payment will get the meeting IDs. And so you will be able to give an installment options and talk to the team for the payments and everything. So thank you guys. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Payments and everything you need to check with the team only because I don't know. So what is the payment details and everything? They will be sending you by 12 o'clock noon. If you don't get any communication, ping them in the WhatsApp and ask them for the details. Clear? Chalo guys.